thinks about these different routes. But in the meantime, we must try to get this in terms of interventions. We'll be taking one from the upper chamber of the Nigerian National Assembly. The chairman of the Joint National Assembly is unavoidably absent, and because today's event coincides with the wedding of his own daughter in Abuja. But he thinks this event important enough to send a very powerful delegation made up of the two senators I introduced earlier. And one of them will speak on his behalf, the Chairman, Senate Committee on Aviation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Senator Hope Uzodimma will deliver the sentiments of the Senate President at this special event. Your hands please together for him. Thank you. The chairman of today's occasion, distinguished Senator Garba Gamawa, Vice Chairman, Senate Committee on Aviation, distinguished Senator Enet Okon, ladies and gentlemen, I bring a special greetings from the President of the Senate, Senator David Bonaventure Mark, who unavoidably became absent here due to obvious family responsibilities. It is a thing of great joy to be in your midst today. I feel truly delighted to be part of this worldwide anniversary. And I'm able to say a big congratulations to the staff and management of Arik Airline on this auspicious occasion. I'm sure that you all know that when you came on board 7 years ago, only a few incurable optimists gave you any chance of survival. The truth is that majority of the nation's air travelers did not give your organization, Arik Airlines, much chance of surviving a troubled air transport business in Nigeria. Before your advent, many airlines had come and gone. Many could not make the takeoff stage. Others took off all right, but only managed to wobble, fumbled a few years before hitting the rocks. So thick was the hazy climb of air transport business in the country that the public was almost giving up on air travel as one luxury that may forever elude Nigerians. But like a sure-footed colossus, Arik Airlines made a debut into the business with a bang. Even with such confidence, driven by entry behavior, the public still welcomed Arik Airlines with much skepticism. Many air travelers wondered aloud what business dexterity or managerial expertise Arik Airline was coming on board with that moribund ones before her did not have. We must thank the Almighty God that Arik Airlines has proved those skeptics wrong in just 7 years. In this period, your airline has recorded an applause deserving operation, characterized by efficiency, safety, and comfort. It is a thing of great joy that today, those old doubts has given way to palpable optimism. Even more gratifying is the fact that there is now a profound public confidence in the operations of Arik Airline. This is why I am proud to join you in rolling out your drums to celebrate. It is indeed worth celebrating that within just 7 years, you have changed the rancid face of the aviation industry and have made it alluring to air travelers. It is assuring to observe that you did this by dint of hard work and unflinching tenacity of purpose. In 7 years, the management of Arik Air has shown that running an efficient, reliable and safety-conscious airline in Nigeria is feasible and doable. It will not be out of place to say that you've made the nation proud. I join you to keep it up and not just to rest on your oars. While there is no doubt that Arik Airlines has been a success story, we must also admit that there is still room for improvement. I will charge the management of airlines to look more critically into their operations with a view to plugging all loopholes. In this respect, I must point out that complaints abound about frequent flight delays and sometimes flight cancellations without regard to the feelings of air travelers. The management of Arik Airlines must therefore do all within its powers to ensure that the convenience and expectations of their passengers are not compromised. Early next year, there will be a National Aviation Stakeholders Summit where the appropriate guidelines and modalities for the establishment of a national carrier will be established. I want to urge you to do your best because the guidelines will be clear, patriotic, nationalistic, and will be greatly supported by government. And Nigeria must begin to work out deliberate policies that will encourage homegrown airlines that will make the industry worthwhile. I want also to urge all of us, and urge Arik Airline in particular, to partner with reputable names to be able to establish a maintenance facility in Nigeria, a facility that will be accessible for other local and international airlines to use. Nigeria is a big country. Nigeria is a big market. Arik Airline, we are proud of you. We will continue to do our best to support you. And as you work hard to carry the big name and image of Nigeria, the Nigerian Senate will support anything that will make you succeed. Having said this, what will remain incontrovertible is that on the panels, Arik Airlines has done very well indeed. I once more congratulate you and to remind you that there is no business venture without challenges. As you tackle your challenges, the Almighty God will see you through. Thank you very much.
Legislative backing from the Almighty Senate. There's nothing like it. I think that Arik has all the reasons in the world to thank God and actually beat their chest that in fact what they're doing is right. But don't rest on your oars, because this is just the beginning. 7 years are still counting, and the way the group CEO reeled out what you've decided to do, even in 1 year after this one, shows that you really have to be on your toes and not on your feet. And that's the language these days, because you have to be ahead of competition.
Thank you very much. God bless you. I think at this point I need to really tell us that in the audience all the while we've had the presence of the man who has been constitutionally given the powers to tell us how things should be done in the aviation industry. I talk about Captain Fola Akikotu, the DG of the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority. He's been here all along. I'd like to put your hands together for him. Thank you. I know too that in the audience we have Captain Adetokunba Dekumbi, Chief Pilot, Arik Air. He sleeps, he works, he breathes. Arik, even sitting close to him, he's been telling me other things that Arik has bundled, which they will tell the world before too long. Ladies and gentlemen, Ira is also part of that very strong table there. Captain Banja Bailo is also there. Now, time for us to go for the Route Network show. And that's why I'm going to ask us to please give our attention, our meticulous, undivided attention to this one, because it's going to actually tell us so much about Arik Air. As I said earlier, we're going to be going through all these different cities, locally and domestically and internationally. And I'm going to be starting first. Do I get a yes? Do I get a yes from you? Good. We're going to be starting with Lagos, which is where Arik Air started operations on the 30th of October 2006. Your hands together for Lagos, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have the cabin crew who is going to be telling us all about, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, the lady who's representing Lagos is coming. Put your hands together for her. Africa's largest metropolis, the beating heart. Africa's largest metropolis, the beating heart of West Nigeria, one of the world's most multifaceted cities and home to some of the most exciting music, arts, and literatures in the planet. The latest report estimates the population of Lagos at 21 million, making Lagos the largest city in Africa. Arik Air has its headquarters there, with over in Africa. Its geography is defined by Aso Rock, a 400-meter monument left by water erosion. The Presidential Complex, National Assembly, Supreme Court, and much more. On the 30th of October 2006, Arik Air commenced scheduled passenger flights between Abuja and Lagos. Your hands together for Abuja, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Calabar. That is a city that is getting ready to receive revelers as the carnival is almost here. Now take a look at this wonderful lady. Looks like the queen from the Canaan city. Your hands together for her. Calabar is an exceptionally charming and peaceful city, capital of Cross River State, southeast Nigeria. The city has fast become Nigeria's premier tourism destination, with its beautiful beaches, historical cities, sites, stunning flora, waterfalls, and lakes. The people are friendly, I can attest to that, and the food is famous for being delicious with a rich and diverse menu. Arik Air commenced flight operations on the 15th of November 2006 with its new CR1900 aircraft. Your hands together for Calabar, the Canaan city. All right. Is she going back? Yes, she must display this again. Let's see it. Your hands together for her. Benin City. I see Louis Odion, Commissioner for Information, Edo State in the audience. Oba Tokwe. Now, Benin City dates back to pre-colonial times. The city of Benin is the oldest in Nigeria and the treasure house of history and culture. Benin is the center of Nigeria's rubber industry, but processing palm nuts for oil is also an important traditional industry. The major attractions are Oba's Palace, Okada House, Benin City National Museum, and the Old City Wall. Ladies and gentlemen, the airline operates 2 flights daily in the morning and afternoon from Lagos to Benin City. Your hands together again. Thank you. Oba Tope.
No man is an island, and any achievement must be done on the back of a lot of people the group collective effort of many. So I am pleased by the awards handed out thus far, and I couldn't be more proud, and I know I speak on behalf of the chairman, the board of directors of Arik when we say congratulations to all the recipients. And the award is also to serve as a catalyst for greater impetus and greater rewards and greater effort going forward. At this stage, however, I think it's important to also single out some very, very special awards. And it gives me great privilege to start with an individual who came to us as a fleet captain. And the thing about Arik is the journey thus far and the trials and tribulations reveal and have revealed various talents and gems within the organization. And this individual is one very clear example of that. And he's risen through the ranks to take over the role of DFO, and he's expanded his potential beyond there. And he's simply, as I would put it, an uncommon man who cloaks tenacity of will with a great dignity. He is someone who balances leadership with a great burden of humanity. He's a jewel. And for the loyalty he's shown, for his quiet calm, his unerring effort, his grace, I would like to single out Captain Ado Sanusi for special recognition. Captain Ado Sanusi is, as I said, one of the rarest talents you will meet. He's a man of great intellect, great endeavor, great courage. Captain, we salute you. As I mentioned about, in terms of building this business and the depth of talent that the effort uncovers, I would also like to really single out another individual who has risen through the ranks and through the years has shown himself to be a faithful servant of Arik's cause. I describe him as a man of ceaseless endeavor, a man of boundless energy, resolute in optimism, robust in intellect, and courageous in nature. His role in building this company is indelible and unspeakable. He's an individual who, through the trials, maintains a calm, a level disposition, a joyousness of spirit. And I must say, he's one of the rare individuals I've had the pleasure of working with through the years. And it gives me great pleasure indeed, to call out our Managing Director and Executive Vice President, Mr. Chris Ndula. To Chris, only those who have been within the bowels of what we've gone through can understand the effort, the toils, the energy you've expended as a team. But we know what you've sacrificed, and we appreciate you. Thank you. And another individual who is not here today, but I should mention as he has received an award. Again, when we started this, there were not very many people who believed that an African Nigerian entrepreneur could start an airline of this magnitude with such ambition. And not very many people who believed in the African or the Nigerian experiment. But we found somebody unique, somebody with talent, somebody who believed in the course that Johnson was setting out to accomplish. And he married every bit of his sinew and talent to that effort. Someone who's been with us right from the day or the time Arik was nothing more than a paper concept. And he's walked that difficult road through all of it to this day. He's an individual who goes by practice, who by profession, by degree as a lawyer. But really, he's much more than that. Those who know him will tell you that. He's got a commercial depth, he's got operational skills, he's got a knowledge and an intellect that is second to none. But more importantly, he's a loyal friend, a true friend of the family. And we will ever be in his debt, both him and his team, originally from Thomas Egger, but now moved on to start up their own. Those who know him know we're talking about Oliver Mays and Gary Ramsden of Blue Marble Aviation. And though they cannot be here with us today, it is only right and fitting that we must single them out. And on behalf of the chairman, on behalf of the board of directors, on behalf of the Aramemi Hide portfolio of businesses, in fact, I thank Mr. Oliver Mays and Gary Ramsden for their years of effort and endeavor. Finally, what really can you say about the icon that we have really all come here to celebrate today? A man who history will rightly mark as legendary. But really, I think I speak for all of us who know him that such platitudes would really do no justice to the magnitude and the giant of a man who is before us. The unerring characteristics I would always remember, and if I had to describe him in a few words, he's a man of, as you would all recognize, quiet dignity, humility, faith, loyalty, unflinching dedication, and he's bold and brave. A lot of you, and he's known by very many different names, very many different titles. But to us here in the Arik family, he's simply our chairman. To us, in his personal life, he's our father. I really have no words to describe the depth of admiration, respect, and love that I express on behalf of the Arik family, and also my siblings and personal family. He's a man who has sacrificed and shown the quality and characters that he has forged in the crucible of life to be important, and he has passed on that to everyone who he has either worked with or, in my case, sometimes had the misfortune of having to bring up. But, as I said, he is a giant of his time, and we can only but doff our caps to him and thank him for his boldness, thank him for his efforts. And sir, may your inspiration continue to echo down the ages. We thank you and we express our love to you. Can I please invite Sir Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Dr. Michael. Now I'd like to hand the stage over to the MC of the day.
Thank you very much. Your hands together for Arik, ladies and gentlemen. Very coordinated. Everything was well put together. And this is the culmination of hard work, months of sleepless nights, burning of the candle, and it all ended well. Really, I'm proud of the arrangement. For those who have won laurels, I'm sure that's another way to nudge you to do even more. Put your hands together collectively for all of them. And they were spread out in 3 different categories. Your staff members, also divided into 2, your corporate clients, and other customers and friends of Arik Air. Really, I'm proud to be one of you as well. We're opening a very new chapter in our relationship, which we've tried to structure. I'm talking about the BCO Latina show and all our other bundles and platforms that we have all over the globe. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's been a very, 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 very long day, starting this morning with blessings. We're ending it up just right with these awards. We'll cap it up with, I don't know if the chairman will still come and say, thank you, Ro. End it? Okay. I thought so. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, he was supposed to pop the champagne earlier on today when we had all our fathers in the Lord. That must be about the largest gathering of men, spiritual fathers in a gathering like that. But somehow we didn't get to pop the champagne. I don't know if he would factor that in when he comes to say a big final thank you and goodbye to all of us. I talk about a director in Arik Air who also has believed in this vision for a long time. We're a good friend of the chairman. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Senator Anyete Okon will have to come and say a thank you to all of us. And I leave it to his prerogative. We might end up having some champagne popping. But as I said, it's all on your lap, sir. Your hands together for distinguished Senator.
Thank you very much. I have a very simple task. To definitely be here tomorrow and be still around when this country and our peoples manage to get across the ages to the new age looming before us. But before we do all that acknowledgement, let me ask you to fill whatever glasses, whatever class of glass is before you, with water, with wine, with champagne, and toast to the airline of today and the airline of tomorrow, Arik Air. All on your feet, please.